So, you might notice that we now have 2 matching frames, which is pretty cool. Obviously the left side is the master plan, all the goals that I'd like to achieve in health, wealth, business, family, friends, faith, identity, image, vision, mission, values, all that sort of stuff. And obviously that's very personal, that's inward looking, but it's also important for those that are in business and those that essentially help other people. And really, if you think about business exists to solve problems and every business needs another human being, it would make sense for the majority of people out there to do something similar, which is your client's vision, meaning what outcomes you'd love to see for your clients. And what it allows us to do is quickly analyze. So if I think of a client in my mind and then look at our vision for them, work out, okay, what needs work. And the way that I do this is I continually live by my mantra, which is to think big, create often, and produce always. If my thinking's not big enough, none of that happens. If I'm not creating, whether it's content, whether it's books, whether it's videos, whatever it may be, I never get there, I never unlock that, which allows to make that happen. And lastly is produce always. If I'm not putting in the work every day, I'm not gonna get the result, not only myself, but for my clients. That's what we want for all of our clients. That's the outcomes we deliver for all of our clients. It's how our business has grown over the last 4 years, starting with 1 client in Toowoomba, now working with clients all over the world. The majority of that's based on referral. Why? Because we do that. And the only reason we do that is because we're focused on it and we stick by it and we're committed to it. Beer's warm. That's a shame. Anyway, Adelaide, day done. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, morning with the sales team. It's really good. Obviously slight tweaks on each one depending on the coffee intake and the inspiration, the questions getting asked. And I think the reflection from this week in business is the fact that thinking big poses no threat. And sometimes when we're looking at growth in the business, what we'd love to achieve, it's quite funny when we think big, sometimes we actually get caught in this mentality that it's a threat to us and that it's a bad thing to think big. Sometimes that's even scary and it can pose as a threat. And that's purely because we want to stay in the safe, the familiar, the comfortable. However, the safe, the familiar, and the comfortable leads to no growth and you get stuck. And the analogy I use to all my teams is this. My youngest daughter is 3, Nora. Imagine the 4-year-old Nora was exactly the same as the 3-year-old Nora. The same mentally, the same physically, the same in her problem-solving ability, her ability to communicate, her ability to have an understanding. You know, if she was exactly the same 4-year-old Nora as she was 3-year-old, can you only imagine what would be going on in the Clayton household? It'd be chaos. We'd be going to see specialist doctors. We'd be going to, what's going on with our little Nora? You know, like, what's wrong? And then I posed the question to everyone I train. I said, at what age did we decide the 27-year-old Steve would be exactly the same as the 26-year-old Steve? Emotionally, physically, spiritually, the way I process, problem solve, and my ability to communicate, my ability to have understanding, empathy, wisdom, all that sort of stuff. I would like to take, and this is something I've made a decision for every year of my life, is I want to be so different each year. I want to have the same level of growth as my kids do. Like I look at Alyssa at 5 and I go, man, you're so different to the 4-year-old you. Like so much rapid change happens. I want the same thing to happen with me. If the 28-year-old me is exactly the same as the 27-year-old me, I'd be really concerned. I'd be asking specialists. So my question for you is, at what age did you decide to stay the same? What age did you stop getting curious? Go back and unlock the 5-year-old version of yourself? It sounds rah-rah, but it's just honestly the truth. So much rapid growth had happened then for you, and then unfortunately it stopped. Yeah, so I think that's my reflection. Thinking big is not a threat. It's actually a survival necessity. And when you think about that, when you have that as a perspective, you only got one option, and that is to think way bigger. That scares the crap out of you. Deep aside, what is up? It's Easter Sunday. Had a great morning with family out here. Actually, to be specific, down here. How good's that? So yeah, it's been good. Bit of family time. I think it's important every now and then that you just take some time off. So we're here for 4 nights, 5 days. and it's a really good time to reflect and reset for another quarter. Obviously the first quarter's done for the calendar year. If there was one lesson I had last year is I didn't take enough breaks. In December, I experienced burnout. The world was spinning around me, I couldn't sleep properly, and I think it was just fatigue and it was just burnout, really it was. It wasn't a nice experience, so I think the lesson for this year is to take more time, more family time, more time to relax. You do your best work, honestly. It's kind of this false belief that we have that we're going to keep working really hard. I'd recommend that every quarter, at least, you take some time off, take a holiday, take a break, get away for a week, get away for 4 days, 5 days, whatever it may be, and just chill out, sleep, eat well, drink well, still exercise, do all that stuff, but just put yourself into an environment. And you know, we've been here for 3 days and we're feeling really good, ready for another quarter. Still got another 2 days here, which is great. So anyway, that's enough work. How's it going? Little check-in for the day. Classic editing screen. It's pretty much the only thing I see on the screen of your computer. How's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah?
It's good.
Monday. Yeah, how's this seat beside going? You gonna get it done by Tuesday before you go and watch Lana Del Rey and a whole bunch of other cool people?
By tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 14 minutes?
Like total, yeah, before I replan it more.
I'm cool with that though.
You can't put it on LinkedIn.
Can we put it in 2 parts?
I guess I could do that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll try and make it under 10. But honestly, we get people ask us, you know, how long should my content be? You know, I heard that it should be 60 seconds or less or whatever it may be. And I think it's like, there's no real answer to it. Gary Vee answered this really well once as well. He's like, if the content's good, it can be as long as it needs to be, you know? We'll binge watch 10 hours of TV on Netflix if it's a good series. If it's crap, we'll tune out in about 5 seconds, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. But the point of that is 8 minutes. A lot of people go, oh yeah, but how many people actually watch 8 minutes? Yeah, maybe 5, but that's the reason why we create the Seat Beside. I'm not thinking about 1,000 people. I just want 4 people to get to the end and go, huh, that's helped me in some way. That's totally worth it. One person makes it 4 minutes in and gets something that helps them. It's completely worth everything.
Yeah.
The gear, salary, the time, that's what it's about. Which I think hopefully will resonate, because this episode's been a lot about generosity. And by the time they're seeing this, everyone should have had a great Easter break. It's actually pretty good. Like if you think about Easter, a lot of people think about Christmas. But like, it's a good time to take a break. Like it's a minimum 4 days
Yeah.
of quality time to refresh. Yeah, Seat Beside.